Today we are going to use Tinkercad Sketch Revolve to make a super quick, tiny spaceship. So let's get cracking. So step one is to visit Tinkercad.com. You can simply sign in with Google. It is completely web-based, so there is no install. This is where your designs are. They are all saved to the cloud, private, but if you want, you can choose to make them public later. You could also make circuits and code blocks. Today we're going to make a 3D design. We're going to start by simply hitting Create 3D Design. I like to start by naming my projects. We're going to call this one Spaceship. If you want to put something after it like the year or your initials, you can. In Tinkercad, you can build by bringing solids out. You can set them all over each other. You can stack them on top of each other. This is how we generally build. As you build, it immediately saves. I'll demonstrate that by quickly backing out to the Tinkercad dashboard, and bang, there is your private project. To re-enter it, you simply hit Tinker this. Now I don't need any of these parts, so I'm going to delete them. We are going to build with the wicked cool Sketch Revolve. When you bring this out, notice I am zooming in, and I'm just going to hit a 20 by 20 grid spot. Notice it fits perfectly, and there was a center line going up and down. So this is Sketch Revolve. If you've never seen it before, these are the sketch features. This is updated all the time. It teaches you the cool new things that are there. You can read it at your leisure. There is a ton of great information. If you prefer my tutorials, I'll have a bit.ly right here that gets you to my full playlist. Back in the interface, we can build with straight lines, Bezier curves, and smooth curves. Today we're going to start building right here with number 3, which is called a smooth curve. Notice I clicked the number on the keyboard and it switched to that system already. When you move your mouse out, notice it gives you dimensions. I'm going to tell you we're going to go out 5 centimeters this way, but then we're going to go up 5 millimeters. If you miss a little bit, that's fine. Now we're going to go up just a little bit more, so we're getting to that centimeter mark, and it automatically curves our shape. So by just clicking, we are building the edge of our spaceship. I'm going to pick the spot I want it to come out here, and now I'm going to switch to number 1, which is the line shape. I'm going to go straight down, and this will be where the people sit in the spaceship. I'm going to make this come across straight as well so that we've got a straight build area, and then we're going to finish it. If you look over here at the preview, you have just built a cool little spaceship in minutes. I'm going to hit Finish Sketch, and you can check it out from every angle. If you want this to be a little different, we can double-click to edit it, and I'm going to make an adjustment down here. If we double-click, we can now edit the points. I'm going to hit number 4, and I'm going to add another point right here. I need to hit V to shut off point adding, and then I'm going to just bring this one down. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it number 1, which is a flat line. What this does is it gives us a flat spot for our spaceship to sit on. If you wanted to adjust any of your corners, right now this is a smooth corner, so they both move at the same amount. If you hit number 3, it becomes a broken corner, and I can adjust this one different than the other one. So you could make your spaceship really custom and really wacky. You can have as much fun as you want modifying that. Of course, you can also click on entire lines and say you wanted to have more room for the people in your spaceship. You just move it out like that. When you're happy, hit Finish Sketch. I'm going to pick a fun color. I think I'll go with a dark gray. And then I'm also going to click on the shape, and I'm going to bump up the sides. This makes it much smoother. Bang! Instant spaceship. Now let's really quickly add the top to our spaceship. I used to do it with this part, the half sphere. Check it out. Today, though, we can do Control D. I'm going to pick a different color for this one. I'm going to go with a light blue, and then I'm going to turn on transparency. I'm going to click up here to get rid of that, and we're going to edit the transparent one. Now it shows us everything in here. This is the part that we had before. We're going to delete it, and then we're just going to make a new one using that number 3 again. So I'm going to hit Smooth Curve, and I'm going to just move up here and click and click. I'm going to hit Escape to cancel that. I'm going to move down to these points, and I want to make it so it ends round. So see now it bumps in there, and then it goes to the middle. And let's hit Finish Sketch and see what we made. How cool is that? That is the top of your spaceship. If we click on it and do hide, you can still add cool things to your spaceship. I've got a video for how to make a chair. You can add all kinds of parts, but I also want to add creatures and characters. When you go in here, you can hit more shapes to see all the possibilities, grab whatever you want, and simply cruise it into the shape. Once you've got your person in there, you can do shift scale to shrink them to the right size. You can have a total blast making your spaceship fun, fast, and full of cool things. I'm going to add those two characters. I'm going to bring back my bubble. Notice the canopy or bubble is not tall enough for them. I can simply double click on that. And then inside we can double click and edit those points. If I click on this point right here, I can use the arrow keys to nudge it up. I can nudge this one up. Right now it is a smooth curve. Notice this dimension is in my way. You can click right here to get rid of those at any time. Now I can move this and adjust it and make it look exactly the way I want. Of course, I could also hit 3 and adjust them independently, which may be handy as well. I'm going to bring this point down one just like that, and I think that's going to be my awesome bubble. Click Finish Sketch, and bang! Now they fit totally in the spaceship. Now this is where I'm going to challenge you to draw all kinds of cool stuff. You can be so creative. I'm going to take this and lift it up with the handle. You could also use Control Up. You could have one of those tractor beams. You can put engines. You can put headlights. You have got the power to add anything you want to this awesome spaceship. Once you're done, I'm going to challenge you again. I'd love to have you share it. To do that, you simply return to the Tinkercad dashboard. Click the gear, choose properties. Of course, make sure you name it, and then fill in the description. Of course, my description says the tutorial is coming soon and highlights other info I'd like you to check out. Most importantly, though, add the HLMT23 tag. I check that tag every day, and of course, I will give you a reaction. Finally, make the design public, and then pick a license. If you use share alike, people can copy and adjust your project. If you choose no derivatives, people can see your project and give reactions, but they cannot copy it. Because I am challenging you to make your own, I'm going to leave mine set as no derivatives. Just like that, the design is public. Now, if you look closely, there are 2 of these designs. That is because I made a mistake and I did not record a section. So check this out. I'm going to go back to this one, hit properties. I'm going to set it back to private. And then I'm going to show you how I fixed it. I went down here to version history and I accidentally quit recording right here. So I just simply went back to this and I restored it so that I could pick up with my video just like I was supposed to. If you ever have a project that you break, don't forget version history is fantastic. At this point though, I want to show you quickly in the gallery. Of course, the first thing you see are the amazing staff pics. Don't forget to check these out. They are fantastic. Please give them a reaction. If it's ever something by ZDP, check it out. You can copy and tinker. This allows you to learn how the project was built. Of course, if you see one of mine, there is likely a tutorial. If you look down below, you'll find cool shortcuts to other projects, and also we're highlighting Team HLMT23. This video right here explains it all. Finally, reactions are always appreciated, and if you want to see all of my designs, you can click right there. Right now, though, we're going to simply shut off staff pics and check it out. There is our fantastic design, and check it out, already 3 reactions. Totally appreciate it. Of course, my real highlight is to check out these fantastic designs. Xavier, that is fantastic. Check out this cool gunfish. That is fantastic. I do want to highlight you can also hit view in 3D and check these out from every angle. Absolutely love that creation. Finally, we also have useful parts. Elias, well done. Lastly, if you want to see the new shares, you can simply type HLMT23 in the search box or use the bit.ly. Notice it first sorts by relevance. I do want to quickly highlight Team HLMT23. These are all users that reacted to the design, so I added them to the list, and the directions are simply visit the HLMT23 tag once a week, give a few reactions, and of course tag your own designs so I can check them out as well. If for some reason I missed your name, just make sure you like or react to this one more time and I'll get it fixed. Finally, make sure you switch this to recent. and you'll instantly be able to see the thousands of fantastic designs that have been shared. I hope you had tons of fun with this quick little Sketch Revolve spaceship. There's so much room for you to have fun, push it to new levels, and then of course share it with me when you're done. I do want to quickly say thank you to everybody that supports me via YouTube memberships. Don't forget there are 3 different levels of support starting as low as $5 a month. With any level of support you get early access to videos. I do also want to highlight, make sure you keep an eye out for those member posts as well. Also a massive shout out to my Patreon group. Love how it is growing. We have passed more than 300 members. It has a fantastic messaging area that you can use for free. You can ask questions, gain skills, post designs. Of course, you can learn more with the bit.ly up above or the link in the description. Finally, friends, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget every time you like, hype, share a video, add a comment down below, or click subscribe. You're helping HLModTech get just a little bit bigger, which absolutely makes my day. Friends, have a glorious day, and keep tinkering.